Ahoy there, people. It is CJ Miller. I'm in Shreveport, Louisiana. It is Christmas Eve for just a little while longer, and I'm here talking about the most awesome discovery. Uh, I don't know how, or really for whatever, I ended up with a cupboard in my pantry, uh, water chestnuts, right? And so I used some in my pork dish earlier in the week that I pretty much just made ahead, and then I didn't worry about eating. I was just going to eat the roast, and then the potatoes, and then the water chestnuts that was in the tomato base, and it was really, really good, and that's great. Turns out I really like water chestnuts, but I was like, what am I going to do with water chestnuts? Yeah, and then so I got to looking around, and then I came across this. Hold on one second. Here we go. This is a bacon wrapped water chestnut. Now this, and they have different. Traditionally, they want you to do something that's kind of a little brown sugary, a little ketchupy or whatever. This is a barbacoa spice that I had sitting around, and then I blended that barbacoa spice with ranch dressing uh, and a little bit of water to thin it out. And then this is great. And this is Christmas Eve that I'm doing this stuff for. So, mm, that's wonderful. Uh, that is wonderful, wonderful. And I knew that it would be. Mm, because I made a batch earlier of bacon wrapped water chestnuts, and I used uh, what did I use? Oh, tiger sauce. I've shown that bottle before. I love it. Hold on, where is it? I'll show it again. Aha, here it is. I keep it refrigerated, and never mind the background because I'm still cooking. I'm still prepping, and so not everything is. I'm cleaning as I go. If you've seen some dishes, uh, then we're not too bad. Then that's pretty much what you got. We're kind of okay. That I'm not looking like too much of a slop. Then I've got some dishes in one side of the sink that I've got to load into the dishwasher, and so I was afraid maybe if I'm doing this and then I showed my sink, it would look like I was a sloppy housekeeper. So, and then this is great. So you can see I've used a lot of it. This is the tiger sauce, and very similar ingredients. Um, Peppers. This is a little bit of a pepper. And the barbacoa seasoning had it too, but it was I thinned it out with uh, ranch dressing, and I thinned this out with basically just vegetable oil, and then I dipped a little of this on the other batch as it was cooking. These I did not. I guess I sort of did. Anyway, it's wonderful, wonderful bacon wrapped water chestnut, and now I'm doing these. They're mostly done, and all I will have to do is put everything. I prepped everything. I've got the eggs ready to be bedeviled. You know, they're already boiled. They're ready to be bedeviled. I've got the dressing. I've got that um, the cornbread dressing. I've got everything in it. All the fillers in it, and it's ready to go. It's already in there in the pan. So the only thing it needs to do is to be slightly remoistened, maybe. But I don't think so. I think it's pretty good and moist. So and then warmed, and it's really, really great. It's ready to go. Uh, Let me tell you, we are having so much stuff. We're having turkey. We're having ham. We're having a couple of varieties of these bacon wrapped water chestnuts. I've made some bacon wrapped meatballs, little bite sized meatballs uh, of ground meats, and wrapped in bacon, and that's going to be awesome. And I know because I've already tasted it. I've already said when you're cooking, you have to taste your food. Quality control, right? When you're cooking for other people. And then what else am I doing? Let me just go through the list: turkey, ham, bacon wrapped water chestnuts, two sauces for that. The bacon wrapped. Oh, the bacon wrapped meats. I've got the traditional sausage and cheddar cheese balls that you get with the Bisquick. Now I made some last month, and I felt maybe I made them too big, and they had to cook a little too long, and I put maybe a little bit too much of the Bisquick mix in, which you can use that. If you don't use Bisquick, you can use another type of flour. But I think that I used too much of the dry ingredient, and I made them too big also. But this time I made them much smaller, and I've used maybe a little bit less than what's called for. And I added, I was doing a 3 ingredient method, which is the Bisquick, yeah, the sausage of your choice, and then the sharp cheddar cheese. Or you can use another type of cheese if you'd like, or whatever. But it's the ratio is really the most important thing about this, and size and everything. So I went much smaller, bite size with it, because they swell because of the rising within the Bisquick. And I did put a little bit of baking powder into this also to help in the dry ingredient, to help give it a little bit of oomph and everything, because I was using less of it. And there's a little bit of additional salt in that. So anyway, it's going to be great. My sister's sending me pictures, so that's kind of cool. Okay, so, and then of course we're doing deviled eggs, of course, and then we've got the gravy that we're going to have, and then we're having mashed potatoes, we're having au gratin potatoes, I'm doing 2 types of potatoes because my nephew's coming, and he loves he's the meat and potato guy. I'm a meat and potato guy too, but yeah. And then we're having penne pasta. Last month we did a penne pasta bake with a Alfredo sauce, and this time I've opted to do do an Alfredo. Well, not an Alfredo, a penne pasta boil, and then thoroughly strain and just toss it with a marinara sauce, and finish it back on the stove, more tradition style, with the red sauce, Oh, my sister's making a carrot souffle to bring over, and she's making a orange chocolate cake. She just raves on this, and I can't remember if I've had it or not. I think maybe at some time a few years ago, maybe I have. Or maybe I was just like, oh, that sounds good. Let me know. I want to try it sometime. I don't know. But, and then of course I have a lemon bundt cake and a traditional yellow cake with cream icing bundt cake style. I was a little disappointed in that one, because as I was going to take the bundt cake out, I think I was taking it out a little bit too soon, and I pushed up from the bottom. It's a bundt cake that is not fixed. It's a, what do you call it? This, where they're great in the oven, but they're soft. So as I was going to remove the cake from it, I got a fault line in 1 or 2 of the places on that particular bundt cake. But that's okay. That's what frosting is for, and no one's really going to pay that much attention to it. So, and if they do, that's whatever. And then I thought about, do I need to make a pineapple cake? Because I'm putting some pineapple and sage on the ham. Do I need to make a pineapple cake? I don't think I do. I really don't. I could, but no, I don't think I need to. I don't think it would require that. But it's nice to know that I have that option. Okay, so I love this. I get to do a lot of stuff. What else am I doing? I'm doing. I've got some excuse me, chocolate mint candy bites that I'm doing. Well, I'm not doing them; they're actually done. They're in a bag, and then I've got some chocolate cashews. People love cashews, and people love chocolate, so I hope that's a good blend. And then I've got like a good, uh, uh, well, let's see, pretty good, pretty good blend of D's nuts. Got to have some of these nuts. That's not really the name. They're actually, it's a joke, you know. You got, I mean, I don't know. I'm still just a mentally a boy inside of a grown man's body, you know. But actually, grown and have been grown. So you know, in another few years, I'll be on the shrinking side of grown. But anyway, no, I'm gonna take my calcium. Okay, so and then oh my god, you know, dips and things like that, you know, and just it's gonna be fun all the way around. I feel I'm talking about gratitude in my heart because you know I've talked about recovery briefly. I don't want to just talk recovery every time I get into do a video for YouTube, but I've talked about recovery. And what recovery has done for me is given me uh, the ability to be available so that when I could get an apartment that's spacious enough to host some people and have them over. So I'll have uh, no less than 8 people here, including myself, tomorrow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And I could accommodate up to 15, but there should be about 8 people here, give or take. And I don't know, that recovery, if I talk about that I'm in recovery, that means at one time I had a state from which I need to be recovered from. And I will tell you that for a few years, uh, it was lonely, you know. And I don't mean like as in being alone because I live alone now and I'm not lonely. And it has no, you know, I don't do that much on social media that you know, it's just that I have, you know, inner peace in my heart and a faithful walk uh, of a spiritual nature. And so I feel, you know, not lonely. But there were some times that I really did feel, uh, you know, the emptiness that goes with that act of addiction and everything. And I don't know. I guess so. The grace that I get, and I guess the best thing is that I stuck it through. And then there was a time that I didn't want to stick it through, and it wasn't clear that I was going to make it on the other side of that. Um, and it was by no choice of my own that I did make it to the other side of that particular time. Uh, and I'll spare the details on it, but I will say with gratitude and appreciation for the grace that I've received in my life that I am really appreciative that I'm here having this wonderful uh, holiday in my apartment by myself, but knowing that tomorrow is going to be filled with voice and hopefully some chuckles and laughter. And some people who haven't actually met each other before are going to be meeting each other. You know, like someone's a great drummer and someone else is a great guitarist, and I'm going to be like, and they're like, you know, generations apart, but they're going to be meeting each other, and that's kind of cool because I'm interested to see what that conversation is going to be like. You know, when music lovers come together and start talking about music, doesn't really matter. It supersedes things. Same way with art. You know, if you're an artist of any type, if you can get on that wavelength, you will supersede your mediums uh, in order to be able to connect with each other, so that's kind of cool. I hope everybody can feel as happy and as fulfilled as I do right now. And if you don't, um, I want to say that if you do hang through to the other side, there's always something that can be done. Maybe not tonight, maybe not tomorrow. So sometimes things take a while to work through. But listen, as long as you're drawing breath in your body, uh, then you've got the strength uh, to hope and move forward for a better experience if you're not having a great experience. But my hope is that everybody uh, feels special. And if it's not a Christian holiday, I'm not specifically Christian. I'm more like, yay, it's a family gathering, Uh, but I'm not, I'm kind of blended in my spiritual walk. Like I'm all the way back to like, hey, it's a celebration of the seasons because it's winter and crops are gonna go, so we need to fatten up, like to get through lean times, uh, and we know what that's like to have to tighten our budgets to get through lean times. We've been doing it for a few years now, most of us. Well, you know, more than what we were doing before. So anyway, um, yeah, good things coming, good things coming. Uh, yeah, there's every day is a newness if we think about it, that we get to do something new and take advantage of different opportunities. If what we did today did not work out, uh, then rest our heads, go to sleep, chill out, wake up and do something different if what we did today didn't work out. You know what I mean? Uh, Changing a path is not the same as giving up, and it's not the same as running away. You know, it's realizing, hey, what's going on here is not working. I'm doing the same thing over and over and over again, day in, day out, and it's not giving the payout. And even if you're not going to entirely change course, uh, maybe throw in a little change in direction. Like, when you have to go from here to the grocery store, you don't always have to take the exact same route. You know what I mean? So, there's all kind of ways to switch things up, break up some monotony, good or bad, break out of our ruts. But the point is, ultimately, if today is not uh, uh, the best day for you, well, that's tomorrow can be, and it's largely in our own hands what we do with the day that we're given. You know. Okay, I love you. Goodbye. God bless. Good night.